Hi everyone! A good programmer isn't just creative or knowledgeable, they also need to work fast. And to work fast, you really have to know your tools and use them at the right time in the right way. One of the simplest but most important tools you'll ever use is your code editor. Today, we're going to dive in together and explore all the helpful features and little tricks of the Scratch code editor. So let's get started. First, let's open our browser, go to the Scratch website, and click Create to start a new project. I'm going to clear out the extra stuff on the screen, add a nice backdrop called Blue Sky, move the cat to the corner and rename it to Kitty. To begin working with our tools, I'll add a few code blocks. I'll place the green flag block on the stage, add a save for seconds block, and change its text to high. Then I'll add another save for seconds block so I can write the cat's name inside it. Now, we're ready to explore one of our most useful tools, Duplicate. Duplicate lets you copy code blocks instantly. All you have to do is right-click a block, and the first option you'll see is Duplicate. When I click it, you'll notice it makes a copy of that block for me. Let's try it again, Duplicate. Now I can edit the text inside the copy blocks and snap them together. Here's an important detail. Duplicate always copies the block you clicked and everything underneath it. So if I duplicate the very last block, only that one gets copied. But if I duplicate the second to last block, then 2 blocks get copied. You can see it happening right here. A quick warning, when you're snapping blocks together, if you drag them too far into a stack, Scratch might automatically run the code. And sometimes that can cause a bit of trouble. So let me show you how to avoid that. Let's say I want to move this block between 2 others without triggering anything. I slide it in slowly, and as soon as I see the gap appear, I drop it without pushing it too deep. That way, nothing runs. Let me show it again. Once the space opens, drop it immediately. This keeps the code from running. If you ever want to move a block from the middle of a chain, make sure you detach it fully before moving it. For example, I want to move this block to the top. I separate it completely, move it up, and then snap the blocks back together. Now, let's duplicate again. When I right-click the top block and choose Duplicate, the entire code underneath it gets copied, so be careful where you click. Next, let's talk about deleting blocks. Deleting is simple. Just drag a block or a stack out of the coding area and drop it in the code palette. Or you can right-click a block and choose Delete Block. This only deletes the block you clicked, not the entire chain. And if you delete something by mistake, no worries. Just right-click the empty space and choose Undo to bring it back. Let's run the code and take a look at how everything works. Now it's time to see how we can copy code between different sprites. I'm going to add another sprite, a chick, and place it somewhere else on the stage. The chick has its own code area and it's currently empty. I'll add two simple blocks, a green flag block and a save for seconds block. When I run the project, you'll see the cat running its code while the chick finishes its part right away. What if I want to borrow some code from the cat and give it to the chick? Let's say I want these two blocks. I separate them from the rest, duplicate them, keep them aside, clean up the cat's code, and then drag those two blocks onto the chick's sprite card. After that, I delete those blocks from the cat's area by dragging them out to the code palette area. Now, when I open the chick's code area, those two blocks are already copied in. I just attach them to the chick's code stack and edit the text, and now they run perfectly. If we run the whole project now, both the cat and the chick run their own code. And what if I want to copy all the cat's code to the chick? Simple. First, I delete all the chick's code. Then I go to the cat's coding area, grab the entire stack starting from the green flag and drop it onto the chick's sprite card. When I check the chick's code area, everything had been copied. I just update the text, for example, changing this code block text to I'm Chicky. And now, both sprites run their personalized versions of the same code. Finally, let's save the project. To save your work, open the File menu and choose Save to your computer. The project will download to your computer, usually in your Downloads folder. It's a good idea to rename the file right away so you can find it easily later. I'll call mine Kitty and Chicky. Later, whenever you return to Scratch, tomorrow or any other day, just click Create, go to the File menu, choose Load from your computer, select your file, and everything will load exactly the way you saved it. You can edit it, test it, or continue building your project right where you left off. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure to subscribe and follow the channel and stay tuned for more videos. Good luck and see you next time.